ito ang 106.3 Dance Radio. Dance Radio.
Prepare yourself.
Ang silid-aralan sa radyo, hatid namin ay makabagong paraan ng pagtuturo at kaalaman. Mapaumaga, tanghali o hapon man yan, ang istasyong magbibigay impormasyon kahit saan man.
For something big.
Alright, here we go.
106.3 Dance Radio. Doña Aurora National High School, Santa Rita, Aurora, Isabela.
This
106.3 DWDR-FM. TLE, Technology and Livelihood Education. TLE. Learning Area, Automotive Servicing, Beauty Care, Electronics Product Assembly and Servicing, Cookery, Electrical Installation and Maintenance, Dressmaking, Computer System Servicing, mga leksyong pangkabuhayan, edukasyong teknolohikal, mapapakinggan. Dito lang yan sa 106.3 Dance Radio, TLE. Learn and Earn.
Lahat ng teachers na nasa school ngayon, ganun din po sa mga naka-work from home. Sa lahat po ng head teachers, especially to our beloved Head Teacher 3 in TLE Learning Area, Sir Jefferson F. Aguinaldo, and also to our fatherly Chief Education Supervisor Officer in Charge, Dr. Rodrigo V. Pascua, sir. Good afternoon po. At sa lahat po ng ating supportive parents na nakaantabay ngayon sa atin. And syempre sa ating mga estudyante. So please comment your grade and section sa ating comment box. And syempre pwede nyo rin pong i-mention ang inyong mga subject teachers in TLE. So bago ko ipakilala yung tatlong kasama ko dito, bago maibigay sa kanila ang mic, syempre shout out muna sa aking grade 8 lavender, grade 8 purple, and tangerine. So may kasama po tayo ngayon na tatlo. Kasama rin natin sila last week, si Ma'am Marilyn A. Acacio and si Sir Edwin L. Respicio. So kung makikita nyo, meron tayong import, si Sir MJ. Anong pangalan mo, sir? Michael John M. Tumulak. So, ma'am?
Hello everyone! Good afternoon! So, meron na kami kahapon, meron na naman kami ngayon for our grade 8 Automotive Week 4. Okay, so shout out to my 8 Beige, Virgin D, and Sian. Of course, with my 7 Aguinaldo, 7 Bonifacio, 9 Dressmaking, and to my 9 Macopa. Good afternoon to everyone.
So good afternoon to everyone. Shout out sa mga grade 9 and grade 10 na Automotive Servicing, as well as grade 9 Electronic Products Assembly. Magkakaroon din tayo ng live sa last quarter 3, week 4. And also sa mga schoolmate, mga classmates po namin dyan sa Reina Mercedes Vocational and Industrial High School, no? Kita-kita tayo sa February 26 kung matutuloy, no? Para sa ating 50th founding anniversary.
May pag-ganon-ganon pa sila, sir.
So, good afternoon din po sa ating grade 9 and grade 10 automotive learners. Hello sa inyo dyan.
Okay, so before going further, what are our objectives for today's lesson, Sir MJ Pogi?
So, the objectives for today, ma'am, are: first, identify the types of manuals and specifications used in automotive servicing. Second, explain the basic specifications in automotive servicing. And third, give the importance of interpreting vehicle manuals and specifications.
Wow, iba lang talaga pag pogi ang nagsasabi, no? Kaya lang di makita. Okay, our objectives for today are interesting. For you to fully understand our topic for today, may I suggest that you will prepare and browse your learning activity sheets in Automotive 8, Quarter 2, Shift 2, Week 4. And this is our last week, no? Kasi next week na shift 1 na tayo ng quarter 3. So while listening and watching in or during our live discussion later on.
Tama ka, ma'am. No? So sa mga estudyante natin, you may also take down notes while doing that. So our dear listeners and viewers, you may participate later to our question and answer portion as well as in our discussion.
Yes, if you want also to say something, you can just drop it in our comment box. So sa case natin ngayon, sa YouTube lang ata tayo pwede, pero try din natin mamaya. Don't forget also to use hashtag usapang TLE and include your grade and section. You can also send your comments to our cell phone number 0936 2826-290.
Yes, by participating in our live discussion, you will get prizes and also extra merit from your subject teachers. Just mention the name of your subject teacher in TLE and screenshot your comments and send it to them.
What are we waiting for? Let's have our RBI Automotive 8 Quarter 2 Week 4. Stay tuned.
Dance Radio, siniparalan sa radyo, hatid namin makabago, paraan ang pagtuturo.
Wala nang makakapigil pa. Sulong Arangkada 106.3 Dance Radio sa Aurora, Isabela.
Edukasyo'y susulong, basta na magtulong-tulong, sulong edukalidad. Dance Radio, learning is amazing.
TLE,
Technology and Livelihood Education.
TLE Learning Area,
TLE Learning Area.
Automotive Servicing,
Beauty Care.
Electronic Products Assembly and Servicing,
Cookery.
Electrical Installation and Maintenance,
Dressmaking.
Computer System Servicing,
Mga leksyong pangkabuhayan. Edukasyong teknolohikal.
matutunghayan dito sa
106.3
Dance Radio. TLE Learning Area,
Technology and Livelihood Education.
Learn and Earn.
Good day, everyone, especially to our grade 8 learners. I am glad to be with you in this 30-minute broadcast. I am teacher Mylene S. Ballesteros, your radio teacher for today. I hope that you will enjoy our new topic. Please get your writing materials and learning activity sheets for Quarter 2, Week 4, so we can start our lesson in Automotive Servicing. The learning activity sheets provide you different activities that will help you become familiar with the topics or lessons about manuals and specifications. Assistance of your parents, siblings, or relatives are encouraged in answering the learning activity sheets, particularly in the activities where you need to perform tasks. Are you now ready to take our journey in discussing one of the topics in automotive servicing?
Yes, ma'am!
Wow! I am pleased to hear that. If you are all ready, please fasten your seatbelt because you are now in for a ride. Before we start, let's have a quick review of our past lesson. What are the basic sign categories?
The basic sign categories are information signs, warning signs, and regulatory signs, ma'am.
Very good! You have a sharp memory. Remember, these basic sign categories are the visual representations that communicate idea, processing, or warning. What is an information sign?
Ma'am, an information sign informs people of the purpose of an object.
You are correct! What are the classifications of information signs?
Ma'am, the classifications of information signs are emergency and general information.
You are right! Another category is a warning sign. Can you tell something about it?
Ma'am, it is used to warn the public of a hazard or mark a hazardous site or area.
Brilliant answer! It also indicates action or potential situation which could lead to danger. The last category is the regulatory sign. It is used to instruct on what must do or not do under a given circumstance. So again, those are the basic sign categories. Here are the objectives for today's lesson. First, identify the types of manuals used in automotive servicing. Second, explain the basic specifications in automotive servicing. And third, give the importance of interpreting vehicle manuals and specifications. Are you ready to start?
Yes, ma'am!
Have you experienced buying a new phone or any equipment?
Yes, ma'am!
What have you noticed inside the box?
Ma'am, I noticed that aside from the gadget, there is a small book or pamphlet found inside the box.
Very good observation! That small book or pamphlet is called a manual. Today, we will be discussing about vehicle manuals. Did you know that there are 3 types of manuals?
Yes, ma'am. The 3 types of manuals are the operation manual, parts manual, and service manual.
You are correct! Let's discuss each one at a time. Can you tell something about operation manual?
Yes, ma'am. Operation manual is also called an owner's manual, instruction book, or a handbook. This type of manual has information on how to safely use the machine.
Yes, you are right. Actually, there are many important things included in the car owner's manual. What are those?
Ma'am, the important things included in the car owner's manual are setup instructions, gizmo instructions, maintenance schedule, how to check and refill fluids, oil change, and gas grade.
Correct! What else?
Ma'am, the following are also included: seat positions and head restraints, dashboard warning lights, how to use tires, ideal tire pressure, warranty information, how to clean the vehicles inside and out, and also tips and tricks.
You are right! I think you are very interested in our topic today. Are you excited to learn more about those 13 things included in the car owner's manual?
Yes, ma'am!
It's good to hear that. Let's start with the setup instruction and gizmo instructions. Who can tell something about these instructions?
Ma'am, the setup instructions include Bluetooth, keyless entry, and a voice recognition, while the gizmo instructions include information how to dim, brighten, and modify your headlights.
Very good! Aside from these first two important things, you need also to learn the proper maintenance schedule, how often you need to service your car, and the expected lifespan for the replaceable parts. If you want to know where the windshield fluid, coolant, or motor oil are located, save your time and trouble by checking the owner's manual first. What does the engine oil section indicate?
Ma'am, it tells us how to check the oil level of the vehicle, what kind of oil and filter to use, and how long you can go between oil changes.
You are correct! Another thing to consider is the gas grade. You need to check owner's manual to learn the proper octane level. Are you ready to proceed further to our discussion about car owner's manual?
Yes, ma'am!
Great! You also need to check the owner's manual on how to adjust seat positions and head restraints. Adjusting the head restraints to the proper height will help cushion the head and spine in case of accidents, reducing whiplash injuries and increasing effectiveness. How do you know that the vehicle has problem or trouble?
Ma'am, by observing the dashboard warning lights.
That's right! Your vehicle owner's manual will let you know what each warning light means. It also tells you to remove tire and operate a car jack. Instead of using the tire pressure on its sidewall, consult your owner's manual for the proper tire, PSI. What does PSI mean?
PSI. PSI means pounds per square inch, ma'am.
Correct! The printed PSI on your tire is normally the maximum allowed pressure. You can save money by checking your owner's manual to see what service and parts are covered by warranty. The owner's manual will also tell you the best cleaning method for your leather or fabric upholstery and outdoor paint, mirrors, and accents. What else?
The tips and tricks, ma'am.
Very good! In addition to some specific driving tips for your model, you will also discover valuable tips and tricks for extending the lifespan of your vehicle. Are you ready for the second type of manual?
Yes, ma'am!
I really like your eagerness to learn. The second type is parts manual. What do you think is the purpose of this manual?
Ma'am, parts manual have exploded views of all parts, their relationship and location.
Very good! Parts manual is also called parts book, parts catalog, or spare list. Usually, this manual also includes the part number and a brief description. For better understanding, please turn your learning activity sheet on page 3 to 4 for the car parts vocabulary with pictures. What are the parts of the car stated in the parts manual?
Gear lever, ma'am.
Very good! Gear level. Gear level is used to change gears in a car. What else?
Seat belt, ma'am.
You're right! It is used to hold or secure a person in a seat. What is the use of steering wheel?
Steering wheel is used to control the direction of a car, ma'am.
You are correct! Aside from what you have mentioned, we have also windscreen and windscreen wipers. The windscreen is the big window at the front of the car. The wipers are used when it is raining, snowing, or while cleaning the dirt off the windscreen. Do you know the difference between headlights and taillights?
Ma'am, headlights are found in front of the car and used when driving at night and when it's raining. Tail lights are found at the back of the car and used as signal during nighttime and when it's raining.
Very good answer! What are the other parts of the car included in the parts manual?
Ma'am, the other parts include speedometer, fuel gauge, temperature gauge, car trip meter, and rev counter.
You are correct! You will learn more about parts and functions during the live streaming. Are you ready for the third type of car manual?
Yes, ma'am!
What is the third type of car manual?
Ma'am, the third type is service manual. It is also called shop, repair, workshop, and a technical manual. It tells you how to repair, remove parts, rebuild and replace the machine.
Absolutely! If you want to remove parts or learn to repair damaged parts of the vehicle, you may refer to the service manual. We are done with our first topic, which are the types of car manual. Now, fasten your seatbelt as we discuss the car specifications. We have 8 most commonly used spec sheet terminologies that can guide you in choosing your new car. Are you familiar with the engine displacement? What does it mean?
Yes, ma'am. It means the combined volume of the cylinders in the engine.
Exactly! The best example of this is Mazda 3 hatchback Sky Active R, which has a 1998cc or 2.0-liter engine. The second specification is a horsepower or torque. By the way, what is a horsepower?
Ma'am, horsepower is the amount of energy generated by the engine as it turns air and fuel into energy.
Good answer! Torque, on the other hand, is the amount of force the engine is capable of exerting in order to pull the vehicle forward. The local car manufacturers often use HP and NM to represent the vehicle's horsepower and torque rating. Let's proceed to the third spec, which is transmission. What is a transmission?
Ma'am, transmission is a component that distributes engine power and torque to drive wheels so the car can move.
Correct! Actually, it has 3 major types: the manual, automatic, and the continuous variable transmission or CVT. Have you seen the latest Mitsubishi Mirage GLS CVT?
Yes, ma'am!
It is a good example of a car that has a CVT type. The fourth spec is the powertrain. What does it mean?
Ma'am, powertrain refers to the drive wheels or the wheels that are driven by the engine and transmission.
Correct! The most common powertrains are front-wheel drive or FWD, rear-wheel drive or RWD, and four-wheel drive or FWD. Now, let us discuss the fifth car spec, which is the dimension. What do you know about the car dimensions?
An automobile's dimensions consist of its body's length, width, and height, ma'am.
Very good answer! It also includes wheelbase, ground clearance, and a maximum cargo. In dealing with the car spec, what does ABS and EDB mean?
Ma'am, ABS means anti-lock braking system, while EDB means electronic brake force distribution.
You're right! ABS is a device that prevents the wheel from completely locking, thus preventing the tires from skidding. EDB, on the other hand, automatically adjusts and even outs the braking power to the front and back wheels, depending on the situation and load carried by the vehicle. What are the other car specifications?
Ma'am, another spec is the cruise control. The basic function of the cruise control is to allow the driver to program the vehicle to maintain a certain speed without stepping on the accelerator, ma'am.
Very good! Some cars step it up a notch with an adaptive cruise control. This uses a system of radars or cameras to monitor the traffic ahead and safety adjust the vehicle's speed accordingly. Are you familiar with the infotainment system?
Yes, ma'am. This system consists of a touchscreen LCD and significantly reduced number of physical control buttons.
Very good! Its function ranges from playing music to movies, displaying vehicle information to a live feed from the rear view camera, even displaying electronic road maps with GPS navigation. Have you familiarized yourselves with the types of manuals and specifications used in automotive servicing?
Yes, ma'am!
I am pleased to hear that. I think you are now ready to answer your activities. I'll be right back. Stay connected.
Flashlight, check. Baterya, check. Radyo, check. Gamot, check. Delata, check. Ano pa kayang kulang sa aking survival kit?
O sis, anong ginagawa mo? Aanin mo ang mga yan.
Narinig ko kasi ang balita sa radyo na may paparating na bagyo sis. Kailangan nating paghandaan ito.
Ha? Ganun ba? Hindi ko narinig ang balita na yan.
Naku sis, dapat ay alerto tayo sa mga ganitong balita. Alam naman nating mahirap kalaban ng kalamidad.
Ay oo nga, sinabi mo pa sis. Sige, uwi na ako. Sisiguraduhin kong handa ang pamilya ko sa darating na bagyo.
Tandaan, hindi maiwasan ang pagdating ng mga kalamidad. Kinakailangan maghanda para sa ating kaligtasan upang sa huli ay di natin pagsisisihan. Ligtas ang may alam.
Isang paalala mula sa himpilang ito.
Kayo'y nakikinig sa TLE Grade 8 kasama si Teacher Mylene S. Ballesteros.
For you to fully understand our topic for today, let's get started with your first activity. Turn your learning activity sheets on page 6, labeled I Scramble. Arrange the jumbled letters to identify the answers in each statement. Write your answer on a separate sheet of paper. Let's start answering your activity. Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am!
Number 1. What part of the car shows how fast the driver is? The jumbled letters are M, E, D, O, T, E, R, P, E, E, S.
The answer is speedometer, ma'am.
Your answer is correct. For question number 2, it is a big window in front of the car. The jumbled letters are C, R, E, E, N, S, D, W, I, N. What is the correct answer?
Ma'am, the answer is windscreen.
Very good. Number 3. This shows how much petrol or diesel of the car has left. The jumbled letters are L, E, U, F, G, E, A, U, G. What is it?
Ma'am, the answer is fuel gauge.
You did a great job. You may continue answering this activity after the broadcast. Let's speed up. For your activity number 2, turn your learning activity sheets on page 7, labeled Eye Detector. In this activity, you will label the parts of the dashboard. Write your answers on a separate sheet of paper. We will check your answers after the short break.
Mga kaibigan, sa panahon ngayon, kailangang magpalakas ng katawan.
Kumain ng masustansyang pagkain at sabayan ng pag-eehersisyo.
Huwag ding kalimutan ang pag-inom ng vitamins. Resistensya ay palakasin. Kalusugay huwag pabayaan upang sakit ay maiwasan.
Isang paalala mula sa himpilang ito.
Kayo nakikinig sa TLE Grade 8. Kasama si Teacher Mylene S. Ballesteros.
I am back! Let's check your output. Can you identify the parts of the dashboard?
Yes, ma'am!
Great! What are the parts of the dashboard shown in the picture?
Ma'am, for item number 1, rev counter is the correct answer.
Ma'am, the correct answer is car trip meter.
Fuel gauge is the correct answer for item number 3, ma'am.
Ma'am, for item number 5, temperature gauge is the correct answer.
Speedometer is the correct answer for item number 4, ma'am.
Wow! You are all amazing! I am happy to know that you were able to identify the parts of dashboard. What are the topics that we discussed today?
Ma'am, we discussed and identified the 3 types of manual used in automotive servicing. These are operation manual, parts manual, and service manual.
Ma'am, we also enumerated and explained the basic specifications in automotive servicing. These are engine displacement, horsepower and torque, transmission, powertrain, dimension, ABS and EBD, cruise control, and infotainment.
You are all correct! Why is it important to know how to interpret the car's manual and specification?
Ma'am, knowing how to interpret a car manual and specification is an important aspect of car ownership. It is the key to learn more about the car, and it is very beneficial in case of emergency.
Very good! Now, it is time to check your understanding of the lesson. Give the information that can be found in operation manual, parts manual, and service manual.
Ma'am, operation manual has information on how to safely use the machine. It usually includes basic maintenance, safety information, and specifications.
Ma'am, parts manual have exploded views of all parts of the vehicle, their relationship and location. This manual includes the part number and a brief description.
Ma'am, service manuals tell you how to repair the machine, remove parts, rebuild and replace the machine.
You are all right! Can you give examples of car specifications?
Yes, ma'am. Some examples of car specifications are engine displacement, horsepower or torque, transmission, powertrain, dimension, ABS or EBD, cruise control, and infotainment.
Very good! You really listened well. For your last task, answer the reflection part found on page 7 of your learning activity sheets. The question is, why do you need to learn how to read and interpret manuals and its specifications of cars? Write your answer on a separate sheet of paper. Are the instructions clear?
Yes, ma'am!
You may accomplish the task after this broadcast or during your most convenient time. Now, we're almost done. I hope you have learned a lot from our discussions. Get in touch with your subject teachers through their mobile phones or messenger chats if you have questions. I would like to acknowledge the teachers behind this RBI lesson. Teacher Malve O. Valladolid, our script writer, and Teacher Joy L. Madamba, our technical specialist. Teacher Susana B. Dumon, our language editor. Sir Jefferson F. Aguinaldo, our content editor. And I'm Teacher Mylene S. Ballesteros, your radio teacher for this hour. Thank you very much and stay tuned for our live discussion.
Dance Radio, siniparalan sa radyo, atid namin makabago, paraan ang pagtuturo.
Wala nang makakapigil pa. Sulong Arangkada 106.3 Dance Radio sa Aurora, Isabela.
Edukasyo'y susulong, basta't magtulong-tulong, sulong edukalidad. Dance Radio, learning is amazing.
Yes, we are back. Shout out sa ating 24,000 viewers sa ating Facebook. So kanina kasi nagkaroon tayo ng technical problem pero ngayon ay nagbabalik tayo sa ating Facebook. So before we proceed to our topic, we would like to take this opportunity again to acknowledge the persons behind our RBI. Walang hanggang pasasalamat po sa ating language editors from English learning area sa ating script kay Ma'am Susan B. Dumon and sa ating last Ma'am Jane Arlene Tapawan. Thank you so much po. Ganon din sa ating content editor Sir Jefferson Aguinaldo at sa ating technical specialist. So shout out kay Ma'am Joy dahil hindi siya makapag-report ngayon. Kasama niya sa ating technical ay si Sir Michael John Tumulak na ngayon ay kasama natin. Ganon din sa ating radio teacher. Maraming salamat Ma'am Mylene S. Ballesteros. At sa lahat po ng bumubuo ng ating quality assurance team, thank you so much po.
Yes, thank you po sa lahat. Okay, so let's have a quick review of what we have last week, Ma'am Malbe, Sir MJ, and Sir Edwin. So, alam pa kaya nila yung napag-usapan natin dito, no? So, we prepared here some questions for you to answer, dear learners. So, don't forget to use our proper mechanics using hashtag Usapang TLE, your grade and section, of course, the item number, and of course, don't forget your answer. For first question or question number 1, ayan, nasa screen natin. What is the title of our lesson in Automotive Servicing 8, Quarter 2, Week 3? I repeat, what is the title of our lesson in Automotive Servicing 8, Quarter 2, Week 3? A. Analyze signs, symbols, and data. B. Apply safety practices. C. Basic signs categories. And D. Information signs. A. Analyze signs, symbols, and data. B. Apply safety practices. C. Basic sign categories. And D. Information signs. Okay, comment now your answers. Okay. Magbibigay pa tayo ng number dito. Marami na ako nakikita dito, Ma'am Malbe.
Yes, ma'am. So, unang-una kasi, number 1 muna ang piliin natin, ma'am.
Number
Warm
1
up.
daw. Unang-una. Dapat una.
Una, yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Una muna.
Okay, so unang-una, maliban lang kung ito din ang, siya rin yung nakikita mong nauna sa'yo, ma'am. Siya ba yung nandyan sa'yo? Si Arian Faye?
Yes, ma'am. Sa aking screen ay si Arian Faye.
Okay. Si Arian Faye Ramos Carmate.
Ang kanyang sagot ay letter A. So, tingin pa tayo, ma'am. Kasi yung ating topic ay meron siyang title pa na isa. So, yes, tignan natin.
Shall I give the correct answer, ma'am and sir?
Marami ng sagot, ma'am. We have letter A, and meron na akong nakitang tamang sagot, ma'am. Ganon din ba sa'yo, ma'am? Si Geraldine Domingo ng 8 Copernicus. So, shout out sa ating mga nasa science class. So, hashtag usapang TLE number 1, letter...
Alin ba? Maraming
letter C
sumagot,
pala
pero
yung sagot niya.
Ano yung mga proper? Ano ang proper?
Yes.
Siya yung number 2 pero siya yung nakatumpak. Siya ba?
Ang tamang sagot natin is letter B. Ito pala yung mga title ng ano natin. Ano, ma'am? Medyo nalilito rin. Yung pinaka-title ng ating week 3.
So, ang topic natin last week ay Apply
Safety
practices. So, the winner is, or who got the correct answer is, siya pa din,
Letter B.
Daniel Clyde Castillo. Okay, so, yun yung ating talagang topic and subtopic natin yung analyze science symbols and data. Yun lang pinagkukulan natin ng pansin. Okay, so actually pala meron pala akong i-announce, Ma'am Malbe. Yung pala mga winners last week, may hindi pa naibigay sa akin yung mga numbers ninyo. Kinuha ko pa lang din sa inyong mga teachers. So baka naman hindi pa ninyo nasabi sa inyong teachers kung na kayo yung nanalo sa last week. So pakibigay na, paki-remind na yung subject teacher, or you can also PM me. No, PM nyo na lang sa akin and then introduce yourselves. Okay?
And also, screenshot your comments or your answer and send it to your TLE subject teacher.
Yes, yun ang talagang nararapat.
So for question number 2, which of the following defines or describes sign and symbol? A, set visual representations. B, communicates idea and process. C, gives warning. And D, all of the above.
Okay? Gamitin pa rin ang ating hashtag, usapang TLE and your grade and section. O, meron na daw. Sino yan, Sir MJ?
Si Jamie Miel Lamug of 8 Aristotle.
Yan, nanalo din yata sa Jamie Miel.
Correct answer
week,
is letter
Hindi pa yata
D.
nabigay sa akin yung number niya. So,
Ay, winner din natin siya last.
Hindi ko pa nakukuha yata yung number niya, si Jamie
So,
Miel.
pagkakataon ni
Jamie Miel.
Jamiel.
Paano pabigkasin talaga yan?
Jamie Miel.
Jamie Miel.
So, active na active ang ating mga nasa science class.
Oo, paano naman? Meron naman mga nakakasagot na nasa natin.
Yes.
Kaso na uhuli naman.
Pabilisan na lang talaga ng
Pabilisan
pag-type
na
ngayon, ma'am.
O kaya medyo mabagal yung...
Net. Parang kagaya sa atin kanina.
Okay, so let's proceed with number 3. Which of the following categories is used to reinforce laws, regulations, or requirements which apply either at all times or at specific times or places? A, is it information sign? B, is it regulatory sign? C, is it warning sign? Or D, all of the above?
Okay, meron na ba? Sagot-sagot na. Paunahan ba ulit? Since this is a review, paunahan. Meron ako nakikita.
Yes,
pero
meron
parang
din ako, ma'am.
Medyo naiiba. Oops. So, ayan. Meron na ba ka rin kayo nakita ulit?
Meron na, ma'am.
Ayan. Siya ba ulit?
Yeah. Yes. Dito sa akin.
Siya ulit.
Sa ulit.
Sa inyong dalawa.
Tama pala.
Okay. Siya ulit. Yung nakakuha ng number 2, siya rin ulit ang nakakuha ng number 3.
Sino ba yung nasa screen mo, ma'am? Pabilisan talaga to.
Ang nasa screen ko, ay may nauna pala. Sorry. May nauna pala. Okay, kanina kasi siya nauna.
Is it from 8 Copernicus, ma'am?
Yeah, siya na yung nauna ngayon.
Is she, I should say.
Dito sa yung sa 8 Ivory.
Is she?
Iba
sa
din.
taas lang nito.
Oo. Nasa ano kasi sa baba ni Ma'am Dan Steely. Ayun.
Yes.
Ayun. Tama ba yung ating screen?
So who is the winner, ma'am?
The winner is of course the first.
Siyempre, laging nauunang nananalo.
Si Geraldine.
Last time kasi may nanalong pangatlo, sir.
Anong pangalan, ma'am? And I will...
Geraldine sa akin, sir.
Yes,
Me
si
too.
Geraldine din
Si
sa
Geraldine
amin.
Domingo, pero nanalo siya ngayong
from
Miyerkules.
8 Copernicus.
Okay, hello sa mga 8 Copernicus. Yeah, mga
Congratulations. Don't forget
students.
to screenshot your answer and send it to your TLE teacher. Okay, kilala ba natin ang nasa screen? Pwede nyong i-comment. Or panahon ko pa lang to.
Hello. Yan ba siya, ma'am?
Ay, para.
Hello.
Panahon mo rin ba, sir?
Ay, syempre, ma'am. Kahit 16 years old pa lang tayo, naabutan natin siya.
16 pa lang ako ngayon, sir.
Sweet 16.
Okay, do you remember him? Okay, he is Mr. Bean. So, we prepared here an activity for you to answer. Kasi si Mr. Bean, meron siyang sikat na sasakyan. Okay, we have here some clues. All you need to do is to identify the parts of Mr. Bean's car using the given clues. So, meron tayo dyang wheels, windscreen, tail light, steering wheel, headlights, and wipes. Or wipers. Nahuli yung R. Wipers. Naalala ko kasi yung aking aso, ma'am, wipes. Okay, for number 1. Ano yung tinuturo niya? Okay, use again the hashtag usapang TLE and the number of the picture. Yung parts ng car ni Mr. P.
Ito ay makikita sa harapan. Yung mga hindi na
Yes.
masyado nakakakita sa natin sa picture. Kasi kung halimbawa cellphone ang nakikita ay gamit nila.
Yes, medyo maliit ma'am.
Ito yung pinakamalaking ilaw.
Okay,
Meron na yata, ma'am.
Sa harap
Meron na yung
sa harap
nakasagot?
Sa screen. Oo. So,
Okay,
ano ba
sino
yan?
sa screen nyo, ma'am?
Marami na mga sumagot. Ang kanila mga
Yes.
sagot ay headlight. Si
Okay.
tail light, Mr. Bean,
Okay, Mr. Bean.
Mr. Pogi, anak ko.
Mr.
Meron pa.
Hello,
Mr. Suabe.
Okay, sinong winner natin for number 1? We have...
Ano pang sagot, ma'am?
Okay, the answer is
Okay,
headlights.
so sino sa inyo, ma'am? Ang nauna ka sa akin is Sarika.
Okay, si Zarika ng,
Langkita.
again, science class. So, wagpapatalo ang ating mga nasa BEP. Pabilisan to ng pag-comment.
Pwede rin sa ating mga automotive 9 and 10 kasi
Yes.
nandito ang kanilang mga teachers.
Kaya nga natin
Mga
in-import si
kuya.
Sir MJ.
Okay, let's proceed
Okay.
with number 2.
For number 2.
Saan ba yan, ma'am? Saan ulit ba
Okay.
nakikita?
Ito yung nagaganon, ma'am. Oh.
Ay, nagaganon-ganon
Oh,
ba?
yan.
Yes, pa-left.
What they
and
called it?
Yung cat ba yan, sir?
Parang
Ay,
nagsasayaw.
ganon naman pala si cat.
Oh, may sumagot
May
na.
sumagot ba? Nasaan na? Number 2 na tayo, ha? Don't
Okay,
forget
for number 2, yung gumagalaw
Item
sa
number.
ating...
Okay, yung gumagalaw sa ating windshield ay tinatawag nating wipers. And on my screen, is it Jamie Miel?
Yes, tama.
Lamog again.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes,
nakakadalawa na si Jamie.
congratulations. Okay, for number 3.
Oh, pabilisan to,
Yes,
ha?
pabilisan na.
Pabilisan to. Thank you sa mga sumasagot, nakikipag-participate. Saan ba yun? Nasa loob?
Okay,
Nasa
yung
labas?
nasa loob.
Ito yung Ayun o.
Pinapaikot-ikot.
Pinapaikot-ikot. Kung kanina
Ikaw ba,
ganon.
sir, pinapaikot ka
Ngayon
ba,
naman
sir?
ganon.
Parang si sir pinapaikot.
Okay.
Meron na ba?
Nagpapaikot daw, ma'am.
Nagpapaikot
Nagpapaikot.
lang?
Kasi siya ay
May
driver.
nauna na naman.
May nauna. Sinong nauna sa iyo, sir?
Si-
Parang nanalo na rin ito.
Si Daniel Castillo.
Yes.
His answer is steering wheel.
Daniel Clyde.
Sa
Wow.
mga sumagot ng
Napaka-active.
steering wheel, tama yung mga sagot ninyo. Pero since dahil February 14 dahil February 14 last Monday at araw na mga puso ngayong buwan na to, lagi daw yung first ang gusto nilang
Yes.
Okay, so how about number 4?
Asan ba? Ayan, ang tinuturo niya ay
Okay, so number 4.
nasa baba.
Sa baba.
4 yun. Apat ba yun?
Yes,
4 yun.
Apat. Dalawa
yun.
lang ang nakikita,
Pero
ma'am.
dalawa lang dyan.
5, ma'am, pati yung...
Nandun sa loob.
Yes.
Okay, si Jamie na naman ang nanalo. Napakabilis ng kamay ni Jamie.
Ano ba yan?
Saan ka ba pinagli, Jamie? Okay, sa number 4 natin ay wheels.
Gamer siguro.
Baka ML gamer siya, ma'am. Okay, so number 5 naman na tayo. Yung kulay red sa likod.
Saan?
Yung kulay red. Uy, anak pala ni Ma'am Mylene Mercado, si Daniel.
Wow.
Congratulations, anak. Shout out kay Ma'am Mylene who is
Yes.
watching at home. Hello, Ma'am.
Aquamarine.
Yes. So, gusto ko naman sana makakita din dyan ng lavender, tangerine,
Marami naman
and
ako naman
purple.
nakikita.
Bilisan nyo.
Okay, so we have Christine Agustin. Ang
bilis.
sagot niya, ma'am, ay tail light. Okay, so the answer on number 5 is tail light.
light.
Christine
Okay, take
Agustin from 8 Crimson.
Okay, so
Yes.
bigyang ko na nga lang yung mga nakikita ko mga science, sila Aris Flores, mga anak ko sa beach, Virgin Dead, tsaka Sign Up sumasali. So, iano nyo lang yan, makakakuha lang din kayo dyan.
Bibigyan na lang natin sila ng
Ng
merit
credit.
points on their grades, ma'am.
Basta
Okay.
bigyan mo sa akin.
Yes,
Kahit
so
hindi sila nanalo, pwede nilang i-screenshot and send it to their TLE subject teacher.
At bahala na si subject teacher kung anong bibigay sa inyo.
Yes.
Ha? Baka mas malaki pa, ma'am. Hindi naman.
Basta, sa amin na yon.
Okay, congratulations to all our winners.
So, I think we are now ready to start our topic for quarter 2, shift 2, week 4, titled Manuals and Specifications. May I present again the objectives of our lesson for today. Number 1, that is to identify the types of manuals and specifications used in automotive servicing. Number 2, explain the basic specifications in automotive servicing. And third one, that is give the importance of interpreting vehicle manuals and specifications.
Okay, don't forget for that objectives for this lesson. Tignan nga natin. Let's see if our learners and viewers are attentive. Using our mechanics, yung hashtag usapang TLE, what is our topic or the topic of the lesson for today? Ano nga natin yan? Kung nakinig or attentive yung ating mga estudyante, ano yung ating topic ngayon? No? So, paki-comment nga yung inyong mga sagot. What is the title of our topic for today? Okay, so while waiting for their answer, let's start our topic by defining the term manuals. What is manual, Ma'am Malve?
Yes, manual is also known as user guide. It is intended to assist users in using a particular product, service, or application. It is usually written by a technician product developer or a company's customer service staff. I think this is very familiar to our students, especially our grade 9 and 10, who are in different specializations because they are dealing with the different appliances and machines. For example, in our case, in beauty care, we are using foot spa and hand spa machine. So we must read first the manual before using it. How about in dressmaking, Ma'am Marilyn?
Yes, so before I'm going to answer your question, Ma'am Malde, I have here already in my screen yung kanina pa, no? Yung sumagot sa ating katanungan, which is the topic for today. So we have Arian Faye Ramos Carnate. So is that also in your screen? Tignan nyo nga. So the answer is manual
Yes,
and
ma'am.
specification. Okay, congratulations.
Wow.
So, tuloy lang natin.
Yes.
So, of course, sa dressmaking or yung tinatawag nating DM sa amin, sa may code kasi kami, dressmaking, of course, kinakailangan din na alam kung paano basahin o i-interpret ang manual. Because we have also machine, which is the sewing machine. So, we have also, the machines also have different parts na kinakailangang malaman din na ating mga estudyante. Para aware sila kung ano yun, kung magkaroon ng trouble, alam din nila kung paano ayusin at paano gamitin. Okay? So, yun yung gamit ng ating manual. Sir MJ.
That's right, ma'am. Even in different specializations such as EPAS, EIM, cookery, and ICT, reading and interpreting the manual first before using any machine or appliance is necessary. In our exploratory course, which is Automotive Servicing, we are dealing with cars. So, before we proceed to the 3 types of manuals in Automotive Servicing, let's have our trivia time. Did you know that the first car or true automobile in the world has long been recognized as motor wagon? Patented by Carl Benz in 1886. It was a 2-seater, 3-wheeled motor car with 3 spoke wheels, like a kind of common ancestor between horse-drawn buggies and other early cars. Like this. Ito po yung pinakaunang kotse sa balat ng mundo.
Para lang pala siyang tricycle, sir. We have 3 wheels.
Right?
Diyan ba, sir, galing yung mga brand ng sasakyan na Mercedes-Benz?
Yes, sir.
Na kay
Benz.
Carl Benz. So, dumako naman tayo sa etymology of the word automobile. So, automobile is derived from ancient Greek. Autos means self, and the Latin word mobilis, which means movable.
Let's continue with the 3 types of manuals. And these are: first, operation manual; second, parts manual; and third, service manual. Let's discuss first the operation manual. Operation manual is also called as owner's manual, instructions book, or handbook. This type of manual has information on how to safely use the machine. It usually includes basic maintenance, safety information, and specifications.
So under operation manual, we have 13 important things included dito. Now, first is we have the setup instructions. In the setup instructions, many newer models have technological features that require some user input. This includes the Bluetooth, keyless entry, and voice recognition. Sa voice recognition, kasali na din dyan sa mga natin, sa mga gadget natin like that of the CP. Di ba, ma'am and sir?
Yes, sir.
Voice recognition. So aside from setup instructions, we have also the Dismo instructions. So dito, this includes how to dim, brighten, or modify your headlights. Nakita natin kanina yung headlight dun sa sasakyan ni Mr. Bean. Ito yung pinakamalaking ilaw na makikita sa harapan ng nasabing sasakyan. Not only for headlights, your vehicle may also have a battery run down that automatically shuts down lamps and lights to conserve your battery life. Like for example dito, kumbaga, hindi naman ito sa battery run down, kundi sa mga gadgets din natin, like that of the CP, di ba, napapansin ninyo, na kahit na magdamag na nakasaksak yan, hindi siya ma-overcharge. Na dahil sa meron din itong ginagamit na pang-protect doon. Dito naman sa gizmo natin sa mga sasakyan, it is for the battery run down upang hindi ma-drain yung battery natin.
Ganun pala yun. So for our third important thing is the maintenance schedule, from the words of maintenance. Okay? When you catch problems early on, they are cheaper and easier to fix. Kasi sabi nga, dapat kinakailangan pag meron ka ng nararamdaman, no, kahit konting tunog lang, kailangan mo nang ipa-check up or ipa-check, tignan, o kaya i-check mo kung ano yun, kung kaya mo naman, kasi yun ang nandoon sa may ating manual. So, your vehicle will last longer kung maaagad mo yun. So, have higher resale value and better performance. Look in your car service manual to learn the proper maintenance schedule. How often you need to service your car. And the expected lifespan to the car's replaceable parts. So, nandun lahat yun sa manual.
So, kumbaga sa atin, yung prevention is better than cure.
Yes. Number 4 or the fourth is how to check and refill fluids. If you want to know where the windshield's wiper fluid, coolant, or motor oil is located, save yourself time and trouble by checking the owner's manuals first. You will also learn if it is better to check the fluids while it's hot or cold. So actually, though hindi ako yung gumagalaw sa sasakyan, lahat pine-prepare nung part ni Mr. ko, every morning, napapansin ko, doon yung best time niyang tinitignan. Chine-check yung mga yan, sa coolant, sa lahat ng fluid, yung sa may brake. So lahat yung tinitignan niya. So kung sa akin na, naku wala, hindi ko na...
Why is it the best time na i-check pag morning, ma'am?
Bakit?
Kasi ma'am, lahat ng fluid nagpababa na sa reservoir. So yun na yung accurate time to check kung saan yung level niya.
Pag check mo kasi ma'am na mainit, nag-circulate kasi yung fluid. Kaya hindi ma-check yung
accurate.
Yes.
Next, we have number 5, the oil change. The engine oil section tells you how to check your oil level, what kind of oil and filter to use, and how long you can go between oil changes.
Okay, so actually may mga ways on how or when to change the oil. First is by the indicator change oil light. Nasa instrument panel yan. Mag-i-indicate yan, iilaw yan. Or simply by seeing on the odometer. Actually, mga synthetic oil ngayon, nagre-range siya up to 10,000 kilometers. Or simply check the dipstick. If the oil is dark and dirty, it's the time to change the oil na.
Next, we have number 6, gas grade. So, you need to check your owner's manual to learn the proper octane level. Premium or plus gasoline isn't automatically superior. Different types of engines are designed to run on different types of gasoline. So, use the gas grade that is recommended in the fuel section of your owner's manual.
Okay, so ang tanong dyan, kung naubusan ka ng gasolina, hindi available yung naka-indicate sa owner's manual, pwede bang, kunwari, premium, tapos naglagay ka ng unleaded, pwede ba? Pwede. The engine will run, but the power will be, or will reduce, or hindi makukuha ng engine yung efficiency niya. Efficiency, I should say. So, let's proceed with seat positions and head strengths. Check the owner's manual how to adjust seat positions. Kasi may iba-ibang location siya. Especially kung powered siya. Di ba may mga powered compared sa manual? Usually pag manual, below lang ng upuan. Yung mga powered usually nandito sa may side dito. Yung mga manual nandito sa ilalim ng upuan. So how about the head restraints? Ito yung nandito. So we have to adjust proper the head restraints para mas comfortable sa driver or sa mga passengers. So let's proceed with dashboard warning lights. So what are the most common? Ito yung check engine, importante yan. Kasi pag umilaw ang check engine, ibig sabihin may mali sa engine mo. Oil pressure warning, brake system, battery charge warning, and temperature warning. Yes, Sir Edwin?
Balikan lang natin sandali, sir, dun sa number 6 kanina, that is the gas grade. Pag naubusan ka mo kanina, if it is diesel, palitan mo lang ng diesel. Huwag kang pumunta sa gasoline. Or sa kwan natin. Kasi naranasan ko noon, gasoline nilagyan nila ng diesel, kinakailangang
I-drain mo yun, sir.
Pero
Kasi
pwede naman na dagdagan lang. Ngunit yung ratio, malaki.
yung mas minimum.
Pag gasoline, premium and that of the, yung kwan natin, unleaded. So for number 9, that is the how to change tires. Information na dapat nating malaman. Now, how to change tires. Your vehicle owner's manual will tell you how to remove tire and operate a car jack. Yung jack na ginagamit natin. So, always refer to your owner's manual for the correct location to place the car jack. Now, you will learn how long you can drive or on the spare and how inflated it should be. While you are replacing the tire, don't forget to check the recommended tire pressure for your vehicle. Hindi lang kapag nasiraan ka ng tire na anuhin yung mga gulong natin. Kailangan din yung tinatawag nating tire rotation. Kahit hindi magpapalit, kailangan din yung tire rotation.
Proper yun. Para
yes, sir.
yung pudpud ng gulong.
So sa tire rotation natin, pwedeng yung nasa harap, dalhin sa likod, tapos yung nasa likod, dalhin sa harap. Ngunit magkaiba
It
yung...
depends on the powertrain, sir. Pag front wheel drive, I should say, crisscross yung harap, tapos forward lang yung... Kasi yung kamot, kasi since front wheel drive siya, ang kamot ng gulong mas malakas sa harap. Pag rear wheel drive naman, ang kamot ng gulong mas malakas sa likod. Ganun po.
Pwede kailan dapat mag-tire rotation. Pwedeng after 5,000 to 7,000 miles. I-convert natin yan sa kilometers, that is 5,000 is 8,046 kilometers. Or 7,000, that is 11,265. Or in between yung 5,000 to 7,000. Number 10 is...
Sir, paano pag halimbawa hindi mo pa na-reach yan, yung gulong mo na nalaga,
pag napapansin mo, ma'am,
depende din yun
sa situation natin. Kung hindi mo naman gaano ginagamit,
edi okay lang.
Talagang aabot yun. Pero kung laging ginagamit, tapos yung daan mo pa ay rough road, na mas mabilis mapudpod, wag mo nang hintayin na maging parang sa ulo ko na, or lumalabas
marami
na yung
anong tawag na yun, yung pag bumitak na yung kanyang...
Kung pag napudpod na yung thread niya, ma'am.
Pag mo lang hintayin, ma'am, nalalabas pa yung mga parang alam
yung himulmul niya, sir.
Okay. And as for number 10, that is the ideal tire pressure. Now, instead of using the tire pressure on the sidewall of your tire, consult your owner's manual for the proper tire PSI, o yung tinatawag nating pound per square inch. The PSI printed on your tire is normally the maximum allowed pressure. Never inflate the tire over this number. If you overinflate your tires, you risk overheating, a blown, or worse, baka pag nag-blow ito, pwede kang bumangga.
Yes, sir.
Maka-accident tayo. Maintaining proper tire pressure will enhance a driver's safety and fuel efficiency. Always check the owner's manual for the proper PSI level for your tires. Dito sa natin, sir, minsan gumagamit din tayo ng nitrogen, di ba?
Sir.
Instead na yung hangin lang na...
Usually pag tubeless siya, sir.
Nitrogen.
Sir, yung gamit mo ngayon, sir? Anong ano, sir? Yung gulong mo? Hangin? Ano yun?
Hangin, usually, nasa, pag nagpapahangin ako, ma'am, ang inaano ko na lang, bahala yung dun sa pinagpapaanuhan ko. Usually kasi, nagpapacheck ako ng tire pressure once na nagpapa-change oil din ako. Minsanan din yon. At last, itong instead na yung hangin lang na kuhan, ang pinalagay ko ay yung nitrogen.
Nitrogen na. Sa akin usually kasi pag pantay-pantay ba lahat yung apat?
Depende ma'am, pag may passenger or pag may load siya, syempre mas
Ang maalala ko nilalagay yata is 30 or 40.
sa sasakyan nyo ma'am.
Oo.
Yung ginagamit ko ma'am, around 36 to 40. 40 sa harap, 36 sa likod.
Depende sa klase ng sasakyan, sa laki.
Maalala ko kasi, wala kasi akong manual. Kasi syempre, second hand naman yung nagamit ko, yung gamit ko, so wala siyang manual, kaya hindi ko nakikita. So depende na lang yung magbo-vulcanize o maglalagay ng hangin, kung ano yung ilalagay niya. Alam naman nila,
Actually ma'am, magtatanong muna sila eh. Pero pag sinabi mong bahala ka na, syempre,
baka mamaya pag masyadong, yun nga yung ano ko na, baka bigla namang sumabog dahil sa init. Okay, so tuloy natin to be continued with number 11, warranty information. So warranty. Ito yung isa rin sa ano ko na, dahil hindi siya brand new, pinag-usapan natin sa brand new, sir? Sa sa mga second hand, wala na itong mga
hindi na applicable ang warranty.
Okay, so isa na yun sa ginagamit ko. So you can save a lot of money by checking your owner's manual to see what services and parts are covered by the warranty, rather than forking over your hard-earned money to mechanics. Check your manual first. You will learn if you have any roadside assistance along with any relevant contact information. Parang may warranty nga, pero parang mas madami ka pa rin yatang magagastos. Parang ganun yata. Ewan ko lang.
On my experience, ma'am, it's better to check for yourself. Tignan mo na lang, ma'am, kaysa mag-depend ka sa warranty. Kasi ang warranty, based lang din yan sa testing nila. Magkaiba naman kayo ng paggamit ng sasakyan mo sa paggamit during their testing. So, mas maganda, ikaw mismo ang mag-check up.
Kung alam mo, mag-troubleshoot.
Kahit basic check up lang siguro, ma'am.
Okay, number 12. How to clean the vehicles inside and outside. So, nandun din pala, no? It will tell you the best cleaning methods for your leather or fabric upholstery and outdoor paint, mirrors, and accents. So, hindi naman yung sasakyan ko to, no? Accents. Shout out sa mga accent ang sasakyan dyan. Sir MJ?
Okay, so let's have number 13, tips and tricks. So, ito lang may bibigay ko sa tips and tricks. Blow bagets. Check first your battery, lights, oil, water, brake, air, gas, engine, tire, and of course, yourself. Yan ang pinaka-importante before going on a ride.
Okay, let's proceed to the second type of manual, which is parts manual. So, parts manual is also called parts book, parts catalog, or spare parts list. Parts manual have exploded views of all parts, their relationship, and location. We have different car parts.
Okay, so let's discuss the car parts and its function. First is the gear level. So, ito yung alam nating cambio. Okay, so second is the seat belt. So, of course, seat belt, it prevents drivers and passengers from being ejected during crash. Importante ito, lalong-lalo na sa mga nagbabiyahe araw-araw. Okay, so next.
So for number 3, that is the steering wheel. Ito yung ginagamit natin upang makontrol natin kung saan direction papuntang sasakyan. Seat pa kanan, pa kaliwa, diretso, o kaya pakurba. Then we have also the windscreen, pinakamalaking salamin nito na nasa harap ng driver. And we have also yung wipers nito, windscreen wiper, ginagamit natin ito kung umuulan. Tinatanggal natin yung para maging clear yung daan natin.
Para maging visible ang daan.
Okay. Aside from that, meron din tayong nakikitang headlights, no? mahalaga ang ilaw, lalo na pag gabi. Use when driving at night and when it is raining, snowing, or fogging. So, snowing, wala naman sa atin ito, no? So, fogging pwede sa umaga. A7, we have the tail lights found at the back of the car are called lights. The orange light is called indicators and are used when the car is turning left or right. Ito yung tinatawag nating
Turn
flash.
signal light.
Or, pag yung flasher siya, ba't din ba yun ba, sir? Yung
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And, of course, the white part is called the reverse light and lights up when the car is reversing backwards. Hindi naman siya magre-reverse forward. Wala naman ganun. The red part is used when the headlights are being used so other drivers can see the car in front of them at night time or poor driving conditions. So, dapat din ma-check ng mga ito. Minsan kasi, meron yung tayong driver, hindi natin nakikita na, anong tawag doon, bulding, kung natin sa nung kaaji yung salamin pag wala yung isa or wala talaga. So, you have to check. It is also called the brake light. It is used when the car is using the brake pedal. So, mahalaga itong mga light na to.
Next, we have number 8. We have the speedometer. It shows how fast the driver is driving. Ayan, nasa ating monitor. And then we have the fuel gauge. It is used to show how much petrol or diesel the car has left.
Okay, so next is temperature gauge. This is very important to avoid overheating of the engine. The normal operating temperature is 195 to 220 degrees Celsius. Since we cannot measure the temperature, we look on this gauge. Ang normal lang niya is 1/2. Ito nakikita nyo. Pag nag 3/4 na yan, you have to stop or idle the car para makapag-rest siya. So next is car trip meter or what we call odometer. This shows the driver how many miles or kilometers the journey has took. Number 12 is rev counter or what we call tachometer. It is used to help you change gear, perfectly change gear, and can be used for better fuel economy. Ito yung nagpapakita kung dapat ka nang mag-change gear para hindi ma-over-rev or over-revolution ang engine because this consumes too much fuel tsaka mahihirapan yung engine. Sabi nga ni Ma'am Marilyn, pag siya nagdadrive hanggang 1,500 lang daw or 2,000 ang kanyang revolution or yung
lagi akong inaano nila kayo dyan, sabat di ka dapat tumataas sa 2. Sabi niya sa akin, dapat nandun ka lang sa pagitan ng 1 and 2. Papapalo sa 2 pag nag-overtaking.
Pero depende ma'am sa load mo. Kasi pag masyadong mababa naman yung RPM mo, mahirapan din yung engine. Pag too much, mahirapan din. Pag masyadong mababa naman yung RPM mo, mahirapan din. So you have to, parang you should feel the engine, parang ganon.
So meron ka ding dun sa ating
so parang you should be as one, naman. Parang ganon.
Okay, so yung 12 na yun ay under parts manual. The third type of manual is the service manual. Ano ito? Now, service manual is also called a shop, repair, workshop, technical manual. Service manuals tell you how to repair the machine, remove parts, rebuild, and replace the machine. One may be very detailed dealer, while others are short or brief.
Okay, so these are the example. This is included in your learning activity sheets. So I will not talk about it anymore. So let's proceed, ma'am.
So let's now discuss the vehicle's specifications. Understanding the basic automotive specs can help us decide on what kind or type of cars fits your preference. So first, we have the engine displacement, means the combined volume of the cylinders in the engine. It is being measured in cubic centimeters or cc.
Okay, so we have an example here. The Mazda hatchback has 2,000 cc or pag convert natin siya into liter, simply yung 1 liter kasi is equivalent to 1,000 cc, ganon. So, the engine has 4 cylinders. Now, what is the volume of each cylinder? Since it is 2000 cc, we simply divide it by 4 kasi may 4 cylinders siya. So, each cylinder has 500 cc. Okay. So, let's proceed with the problem 1. The new Hilux 2022 has a powerful 2.4 liter turbo diesel 4-cylinder engine. Now, what is the volume of each cylinder?
Yes, so gagawin lang uli natin yung example ni Sir MJ kanina. So you will convert 2.4 liters into cc. So anong gagawin natin? And then i-divide natin sa 4 cylinder. So 2.4 times 1,000, we have
2,400 cc.
Yes.
And simply divide it by 4 kasi meron siyang 4 cylinders. So the answer is 600 cc each cylinder.
Yes.
So for number 2, that is the horsepower and torque. The amount of power generated by the engine as it turns air and fuel into energy, while the torque, on the other hand, is the amount of force the engine is capable of exerting in order to pull the vehicle forward. Sa mga local manufacturers natin, they are using HP to represent the horsepower and NM doon sa ating torque, or NM, ibig sabihin that is the Newton meter.
So, this is very confusing, sir, di ba, sir? Kahit mga sa atin, nako-confuse tayo dito. So, i-example ko lang siya sa, for example, sa vehicle acceleration. Ang trabaho ng torque dito ay pagalawin or it moves the car initially sa initial acceleration. While yung horsepower naman, once it helps you get up and maintain the speed. Ganda yan. Kung mas mababa yung gear, first gear, second gear, ibig sabihin mas mataas yung torque kasi sa initial power lang siya. Unlike pag horsepower, it maintains the speed of your vehicle. Ganon yon.
So pag bibili tayo, sir, tingnan natin yung torque and that of the horsepower. No?
Yes, sir.
Kung sa horsepower, sa torque natin kanina, mas malakas ang marangkada, mas malakas yung humila o humatak, that is the torque.
Yes, sir.
At pag mas mabilis, mas malakas din yung kanyang pwersa, that is the horsepower.
Kung bibili ka ng sasakyan, sir, if you prefer on pickups, mga trucks, ganon, piliin natin yung mas malakas ang torque. Kasi syempre, ang purpose ng pagbili natin ay pang-load, pang-karga. Pero pag gusto natin is mga cars, ganon, parang hatchback, doon tayo sa ng horsepower.
Ganun pala yun. Kala ko bahala na lang tayong
okay, so number 3 is transmission. This is a component that distributes engine power and torque to the drive wheels so the car can move.
Next, we have the ABS and EBD. So, ABS stands for Anti-Lock Braking System, and we have also EBD for Electronic Brake Force Distribution.
This feature is very important sa mga bagong cars natin kasi safety features to. This can reduce the risk that can be brought by accident, di ba po? Pag may ABS at EBD ang sakyan natin, mas safe tayo. Okay, so let's proceed with number 7, Sir Edwin.
So, for number 7, that is the cruise control. The basic function of this cruise control is to allow the driver to program the vehicle not to maintain a certain speed without stepping on the accelerator pedal. So maganda ito. Pag may cruise control ang ating sasakyan. Iseset mo na lang siya, hindi ka na nag-accelerate, hindi mo na dinidinan yung accelerator, bahala na lang siya. Ano lang dito, once nagpreno ka, babalik sa manual.
Okay, so that's it. We are done discussing our learning activity sheets for in Automotive 8 Quarter 2. Okay, let's proceed to the question and answer.
Okay, for the first question, so gamitin ulit natin ang ating mechanics, ano? For the first question, which of the following types of manual includes basic maintenance, safety information, and specifications? A. Operation manual. B. Parts manual. C. Service manual. D. Workshop manual.
Okay, so just leave your answer on the comment box and we will look back on it later. Okay, so let's proceed with number 2.
Okay, which of the following vehicle spec distributes engine power and torque to the drive wheels so the car can move? A. ABS, B. Dimension, C. Powertrain, and D. Transmission.
For number 3, why is it important to know how to interpret vehicle manuals and specifications?
Okay, so leave your answer on the comment box. So, to sum up our topic for today, we discussed the 3 types of manual used in automotive servicing. And these are operation manual, parts manual, and service manual. We also enumerated and explained the basic vehicle specifications, which include engine displacement, transmission, horsepower and torque, powertrain, dimension, ABS and EBD, cruise control, and infotainment. We hope you learned a lot. Always remember, reading and interpreting the vehicle manual is an important aspect of car ownership. It details car maintenance, car safety, and vehicle personalization. On the other hand, understanding the basic automotive specifications can help you decide on what kind or type of car fits your preference.
Yes, so may mga sumagot na sa ating comment box. So ang gagawin na lang natin is to screenshot our answer and then send it to our TLE subject teacher. So, mag-leave lang kayo ng comment dyan, i-screenshot nyo at i-send din nyo for extra merit and for your prizes.
Okay, so don't forget to answer the Ang Tanong posted in our FB page. And, of course, you can check other announcements there.
Yes.
Okay, so salamat sa inyong lahat. Magaling manood at makinig sa Dance Radio mula sign on to sign off. Again, sa mga batchmate at schoolmate natin dyan sa RMVs, pag okay na yung face-to-face, see you on February 26, 2022.
Okay, so dito nagtatapos yung ating quarter 2. No, so next week we will have the quarter 3 already. So our TLE time is already first period. 8 to 9:30 na po ang airing natin ng TLE. So rotation na po. So quarter 3 na po tayo next week. Sa Monday na po yon. Grade 7 na po tayo and
grade 9.
TLE. Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you so much po sa nakasama namin dito sa booth, Sir Dennis and Sir Joshua.
TLE, Technology and Livelihood Education. TLE, Learning Area, Automotive Servicing, Beauty Care, Electronics Product Assembly and Servicing, Cookery, Electrical Installation and Maintenance, Dressmaking, Computer System Servicing, mga leksyong pangkabuhayan, edukasyong, teknolohikal, mapapakinggan. Dito lang yan sa 106.3 Dance Radio. TLE, Learn and Earn. Ito ang 106.3 Dance Radio. Dance Radio.
Prepare yourself.
Ang silid-aralan sa radyo, hatid namin ay makabagong paraan ng pagtuturo at kalaman. Mapaumaga, tanghali o hapon man yan. Ang istasyong magbibigay impormasyon kahit saan man.
For something big.
Alright, here we go.
106.3 Dance Radio. Doña Aurora National High School, Santa Rita, Aurora, Isabela.
This
106.3 DWDR-FM.